Did you know that using a VPN to book your flight in 2026 is officially an outdated tip due to dynamic pricing? It's a hack from 2024 that barely works anymore. So let's say that you've picked your dream dates for Japan in 2026, maybe even 2027. You can already taste the ramen, you can see the temples, you can feel the chaos of Shibuya crossing. You're on Google Flights or maybe Skyscanner and your cursor is hovering over a flight that costs $1,000, maybe $1,500. You're about to click purchase. Stop! Because the game has completely changed for 2026, and according to a brand new Expedia research based on millions of international bookings, not Japan specific, but absolutely relevant if you're flying long haul to Japan, there's a completely new playbook. The old rules for finding cheap flights, they're gone. And keep on watching till the very end because there is one very important thing that you should always consider when booking flights. It's a reality that people often forget about. Number 1. Outdated booking dates. The first and most important rule to learn is the booking as early as possible guarantees the best price rule. It's a myth because in 2026 it just doesn't work. According to Expedia's Air Hacks data, the most expensive time to book an international economy flight is 180 plus days out. 6 months early? Well, often the highest average fares apparently. The new sweet spot is much closer than you think. For international flights, booking 31 to 45 days out can save around $190 compared to booking 6 months early. And for the truly bold, an even sweeter spot has emerged just 8 to 15 days before a flight, which could save an average of $225 per ticket. Now, that doesn't mean wait 2 weeks and gamble blindly. It just means ultra early booking is no longer automatically the safest money move. Flexibility beats fear. Hey, just one little thing. If you are finding this video useful, please subscribe. What's happened? Why is your old strategy of booking 6 months out on a Tuesday or a Sunday suddenly failing you? For starters, the world of travel has been turned on its head. Demand for Japan is through the roof, making it one of the hottest destinations on the planet, and airlines know this. And their pricing algorithms are smarter and more ruthless than ever. Golden banana rule number 2. The best day to book and fly has changed. Forget everything you thought or you knew about booking on a Sunday or a Tuesday because Expedia's data shows that in 2026, Friday is the cheapest day to book flights, about 3% cheaper than the traditional Sunday window. And Friday is also the cheapest day to fly, up 8% cheaper than Sunday departures. This is largely because business travel patterns have changed, leaving more seats open on Fridays and forcing airlines to drop prices. Now, here's a twist. Fridays is also the busiest day to fly, and Tuesdays is the least busy. That sounds a little bit backwards, but busiest just means more people are flying. It doesn't mean airlines are charging more. Sundays still carry premium pricing, and Friday, surprisingly, is pricing more competitively. So your new mantra should be book smart and consider Friday. Rule number 3. The month you travel matters more than you think. Timing isn't just about how far in advance you book, it's also about the month that you travel. Because according to Expedia, August is the most affordable month to fly, about 29% cheaper than December, roughly $120 per ticket difference. Now, Japan is hot and humid, so you may have to consider that. And July is the cheapest month to book flights, about 18% cheaper than booking in December. December is consistently the most expensive month, so if you're eyeing Christmas or New Year's in Japan, you're playing in peak pricing territory. Golden banana rule number 4. Stop defaulting to Tokyo. A common mistake is probably typing in Tokyo into the destination box and calling it a day. Japan's airports are not created equal. A savvy traveler treats the airport choice like a strategic chess move. You actually have 2 main airports, Narita and Haneda. And here's what most people forget. The ticket price isn't the final price to your destination. You have to factor in how much it costs and how long it takes to get from the airport to where you're actually staying in Tokyo. If a flight to Haneda is $100 less, it might not actually be a cheaper option once you factor in ground transportation and time. So do the math. But a real pro move for 2026 and into the future is to look beyond Tokyo entirely. Consider flying into Osaka's Kansai International Airport. As an alternative, you can often find flights to Osaka that are significantly cheaper than to Tokyo. If you plan to see Kyoto's temples and eat your way through Osaka's street food scene anyway, flying directly into Kansai International saves you the cost and time of a 3-hour bullet train from Tokyo. Always consider the final price from Narita, Haneda and Kansai International before you book. And this next tip comes directly from me, from my own experience. And that is that instead of booking a simple round trip in and out of Tokyo or in and out of Osaka, try pricing a multi-city ticket flying into Tokyo and returning home from Osaka or vice versa. It can sometimes cost the same or even less, and it saves you the time and expense of taking the Shinkansen all the way back to Tokyo just to catch your flight home. Before you hit purchase, always play with a route. A small tweak in your arrival and departure cities can completely change the value of your trip. Most people type Tokyo and call it a day. That's just too simple nowadays. Tokyo Banana rule number 5, the positioning flight hack. Alright, Expedia's report highlights something interesting, and that is that your departure airport matters. This next strategy takes a bit more effort, but the savings can be huge. It's called the positioning flight. The simple truth is that a flight to Tokyo from a massive competitive hub like LAX is often much cheaper than a smaller regional airport, simply because there's more airlines, they're flying there, they want your business, and there's competition. So here's how it works. Let's say that you live in Denver and the cheapest flight you can find out to Tokyo is $1,800. Ouch, by the way. But after a short search, you see that you can actually find a flight from Denver to LAX for just $150 return. And from LAX, you find a great deal to Tokyo for only $900. By booking these two flights separately, your total cost is now $1,050. You just saved $750. That's a week of accommodation right there. So yes, look for those competitive routes where airlines are battling it out. But there is a major catch here, and that is risk, because you are booking two separate tickets. If your first flight is delayed or cancelled and you miss your international connection, the second airline has zero obligation to help you. That's why you should always leave a very generous layover, or even better, fly in the night before and enjoy a mini trip. It's an advanced move, but it's one of the most powerful ways to slash your costs. Tokyo Banana rule number 6. Let flexibility find the deal. Booking travel on fixed dates and to specific airports is essentially hard mode for your wallet. To save money in 2026, you need to let the deals dictate your destination. Using Google Flights Explore feature is a great way to find the best flights, or instead of searching for a specific city, use Google Flights to search just for Japan as a country. And go flexible. Don't enter a date to find the best deals. You will instantly see if flying into Fukuoka or Osaka is hundreds of dollars cheaper than Tokyo. And here are some other tips to find the best flights. And that is, track before you buy. Don't book the first price that you see. Use the track prices feature in Google Flights, Skyscanner, or even Expedia to receive an email or a notification when fares drop. This ensures that you buy at the absolute lowest point in the pricing cycle. Play the seasons. Data from Expedia shows that July, October, and November consistently offer the most high-quality discounted routes. That tells you something powerful, and that's deals are seasonal, pricing have cycles, and rigid planning costs money. And as for that final reality I spoke about at the very start of the video, sometimes you just need to book because those goalposts are always moving. So set yourself a realistic price goal that you're happy to pay, and if you see a deal at that price, go for it. Too expensive? Start tracking and hope that it goes down. Cheaper than your expectations? Well, lock it in because you're already winning. You found a flight cheaper than your expectations. But ultimately, everyone's experience will be different, so play around. But your trip to Japan can be even better if you don't follow these 9 terrible Japan travel advice thingies that ruin 99% of people's trips. It is the perfect companion to this video, so check it out.